I think one of your gifts as a photographer is finding great locations. You're really good at scouting. I think that's one of your superpowers is the
Yes.
ability to find places that nobody else has seen. Is this the Badlands here?
This is the Badlands. This is the Badlands. That's correct. Yeah.
Wow. Look at that shot
Yeah.
in the top right corner. Was this taken on the
That's
surface of the
believe it or not, that shot is literally right off the trailhead, like maybe about a 2-minute hike. And it's like you can even see the people there. So
Wow, see a 2-minute hike? That sounds like my kind of hike. That's my favorite kind. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm all about it. Wow, these are beautiful. You're making me want to go to the Badlands. See, that looks like an ultra wide. Ooh, look at that. With the Milky Way.
Absolutely. Yep.
Wow, these are seriously, this is making me want to go to the Badlands.
Let's go.
All right. Jeffrey's got a question. Jeffrey's asking, do you focus stack your images? Do you do focus stacking? And let me just explain for those who don't know what focus stacking is. Focus stacking is when you really want to create maximum depth in a photo and there's something in your foreground. You'll focus on that, and then you'll move your focus point a little further, and then a little further, and then to the mountains, and then to the background, and then to the sky. And your camera, most of today's cameras have that built in. You can turn it, it'll go click, 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 click. It'll take however many shots in 7, 8, 9. So that's what focus stacking is. So back to the question to Rami. Rami, do you use focus stacking?
Yes, I absolutely use focus stacking. So focus stacking, it really depends on basically how close your first foreground subject is to your lens. So if it's too close to your lens, and even at f16, if you focus on that, your background is going to be blurred out and it's not going to be in focus. So absolutely, I do. And especially if you're at an ultra wide angle, you can get away with a lot more. But as soon as you zoom in a little bit, like 24, even 35, or even more, like, the more you go, then the harder it is to capture everything in focus. So definitely something to keep in mind as a landscape photographer to focus like 100%.
All right. Another question. E.A. Collins wants to know, are these all real skies or did you do, well, I mean, they're all real skies. You didn't generate them, but do you do, I guess what he's asking is, do you do sky replacement?
Yes, so I do sky replacements. However, for landscape photography, so I would say if you look at my gallery online, I would say about 80% of my work that you see on my gallery are actual skies from the same scene, same picture. Like that, for example, right now up there is the exact same sky that I was shooting. It's the same one composition. But sometimes if I get good lights, but no clouds whatsoever, I usually shoot another photo from the same trip. That's my rule, is I always take the same, if I'm doing a sky replacement, I'm doing it from the same trip, same focal length, the right angle of light and all that. So I would say about 20, maybe maximum 20% of my stuff is probably sky replacement.
Okay. There's a question from Pharrell that asks, what is the toughest location you've filmed? Oh, this is a good one. The toughest place you've shot?
The toughest place, I would say probably the Yukon. I'm not going to lie, because we have to, not only there's no roads, we have to chopper into the place. We have to stay in tents. It could get, down to -8 Celsius at night. It's in the middle of the tundra. You're beside grizzly bears. That would be probably the toughest place. I would say the Yukon.
Wow. Oh, look at these shots. I love these. And this isn't the standard stuff we see every day. So we keep seeing Utah and Arizona. It's the same stuff again. Look at that. I mean, this looks like you went to Patagonia is what it looks like.
Actually, that's funny you mentioned that, because they call Yukon Canada's Patagonia.
Really?
They call this specific park, yes, it's called Tombstone Territorial Park in the Yukon. They call it Patagonia of Canada.
So are the shots we're seeing from the Yukon?
Absolutely, yes. These are all from the Yukon.
Hey, can we see your shots from Switzerland real quick?
Oh, yeah, Switzerland, again, another easy one, just a little bit of hiking to do. But other than that, every place that we go to, it's, cable car goes all the way up to it. Unfortunately, next year, Switzerland is completely booked. So I'm booking for 2026 now, and I have only 2 spots available for that. So it's
All right.
Switzerland is the
Oh,
hard one.
look at this. Now, did you find
That's it.
did you find Switzerland wildly expensive like I did?
Absolutely. Yeah. Switzerland is not very budget friendly.
No, bring your checkbook if you're going, because yeah, it's quite expensive. Wow, these are wonderful, Rami. I'm very jealous. These are beautiful.